Everybody, this is Mark's Home Hobbies. I'm going to do a little bit of track testing here, even though I didn't get my track finished. I'm curious to put the WLtoys K969 modified with the mono shock. I'm curious to put that on the track. So let's do that without further ado. So it may need a little bit of attention here and there, and this is the FlySky FSGT5 gyro on board, but mounted in the back location, such as the K989. Now you can see it still needs a little bit more gyro. It's kind of not where it needs to be. Yeah, okay, it's only on 4%. Let's take that up to 10%. Okay, let's try 25%. Yeah, that's better, but still, let's go 40%. Now, still a little bit too much. Try 45%. Getting closer. 50. The whole trick to tuning these gyros, if you don't already know and you don't have one, is there's a fine line between having too much priority, which means the car has too much gyro control and you don't have as much control, and a fine line between that and having too much steering activated by that gyro control. So if you can dial that line just right, you can get the car to slip real nice, and it's very predictable. And the gyro really aids that because you don't have to keep monkeying with the wheel as much. The gyro will hold the line for you a little bit and allow you to make those little precise corrections in order to get the car exactly where you want to go. So you can see the car still slips and it spins out. So now I'm going to decrease from 50% the priority down to about 40%. Then we're going to try it. You see the car almost wants to correct. So now let's go down to 35% on the priority. Yeah, see? Still a little bit too much there. 30. And I think the steering is still a little bit heavy there too. So let's try 25 on steering and 30 on priority. Which is basically me driving the car 30% of the time and the gyro reacting 30% of the strength. It doesn't seem to be enough. So you can see how frustrating it is to try to get the car to dial itself in with these gyros. So therefore we keep trying different settings, and yeah, we're going to go back up to 50% on the priority. I think that's a pretty good way to start. And then that makes the steering a little bit fierce there, so let's go down to 15% steering. So you can see that doesn't really seem to have much effect on all those gyro settings. With that gyro in there on that particular car, does not allow you to really set it the way you need to drift. You can get it kind of close at times, but I'm going to recommend against the FlySky gyro for drifting a 1/28 scale car. Now on a 1/10 scale car, that may be totally different because they handle a lot different, and that gyro could be the ticket for a 1/10 scale car. I have not tried that out yet, so I will be doing that. I'll be doing a video about 1/10 scale also. So anyways, I'll be back in a second. I'm going to switch out the gyro and put a better one in there, and we'll try it again. So stay tuned. Alright, switched out that gyro. Pretty easy on this car. Let's see if it makes any kind of a difference with this setup. Look at that crazy setup on there. It's all temporary. Huh. A little bit too much, but close. Look at that. Still a little bit too much steering there. Look at that, she almost drifts. Almost. I think if I adjusted my radio a little bit now, I could get it to do better. But yeah, well, it sure seems like that gyro there makes a difference. So maybe I'll have to find my decased FlySky receiver and try mounting that gyro on there along with that little speed control. Also, another thing I have that I want to try, I have a speed control that's off of a tank, and it actually has two drive motors that get controlled from one channel, and it does the mixing for you so that it allows you to take a wheel and turn left and turn right at a proportional amount. So that would be kind of interesting to mount two motors on the back of a car and have them individually controlled by that speed control, and then try drifting with that setup and a gyro. So anyways, what I did want to show you was the WLtoys K 989 that I had did some work to last night, and found a pretty good gyro setting for it. So let me get that car on the track for you. Yeah, this one needs a little bit of work. You can see it's not steering too well. It needs still a little something. But we'll take care of that. It's very close now. I'm liking what that effect is. Basically, probably would work the same with the RBRC gyro on there too. But let's try this car out right here. This is a WLtoys K 989 modified with some thinner front wheels and thinner hubs and one-way diff in the front. Sino Hobbies Mini Q, as I do believe. So let's put this down. They say that you're supposed to put the car down first and then turn it on so the gyro can calibrate. Dual rates turned down on the FS radio because the two-wheel drive really wants to spin out bad, so you have to limit things a little bit, where this one here is kind of a power slider. Doesn't get stuck as easy either. Still think I'm going to mod this radio right here, this WLtoys stock radio, the way Beaver Hobby did with the dual rate. I'm kind of curious to try that. I think this setup right here could benefit from that. Yeah, I think if that steering was fixed up, we'd have a prospect right here, so I'm pretty pleased with the way this one drifts kind of right now, or power slides, whatever you want to call it. Tells it for me pretty much. I wouldn't want to try to drift this thing too much without the gyro because it wouldn't even be this good, okay? So, you know, you're still going to have to learn how to drive it, as I can show you. But you can get in and out of turns fairly good with this setup, and once I fix the steering, I feel pretty confident it's going to be a pretty nice little car. Not happening right now, folks. That was close. Anyways, yeah, this is Mark with Mark's Home Hobbies saying I'll see you in the next one.